So once again, good afternoon to everyone. My voice is audible to all. My voice is audible. Okay. Mm, and my screen is visible. Okay. Today we are going to start with a practical session. Okay. In our image and video processing, we can study the various practicals. So now, in today's practical, we have to study the practical on a age detection. Okay. So the concept of age detection we can study in our fourth unit. That is in image segmentation and image morphology. Okay. For age detection, we can study the different types of transforms, right? So that is called as half transform. Okay. So along with these transform, we can study the different types of age detection techniques. Okay. So if we remember the various age detection techniques, so now how we can detect the age by using the various operators. Okay, so that thing we have to study in our today's practical. Okay, so basically what is mean by the age detection. Okay, so for age detection we can take any example. So for example, we can take the image of our face. Okay, so what are the various corners? Okay, so how we can detect the various edges or the corners by using the various operators. Okay, so again we can take a simple example in an agriculture field. Okay, so if we have to detect the various disease on a plant leaf. Okay, so for that we have to consider the first image of that particular leaf. Okay, so we can capture the image, and based on these various ages we can detect the various disease on that particular leaf. Okay, so basically the age detection can be used in a various applications. Okay, so in order to detect the ages, okay, we require the knowledge of various operators. Okay, so for our practicals we can use the three types of operators. That is a pre-bit operator, Sobel operator, and Canny operator. Okay, so these three operators can be used for the age detection. Okay, so for our study we can use these three types of operators, and at last we can compare which operator can be detect the more age. Okay, so we have to compare these three operators, and we have to conclude, yeah, we have to identify which operator can detect the age accurately and more clearly. Okay, so first we need to understand the code of a particular age detection technique. Okay, so have you observed the screen? Screen दिसते का? Okay, wait a minute. So everyone focus on your screen. Okay, so have you observed the code? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so before start with the code, we need to give a basic commands in a MATLAB. Okay, so can anyone tell what are the basic commands in a MATLAB which can use which कोणत्या basic commands आहेत? Yes, which command can be used first to clear the command window, to clear the workspace? Yes, anyone? Okay, so everyone focus on your screen. We can various and the program. We can use the command here all. Okay. So first, we need to take a one random input image. Okay. So everyone, focus on your screen. So how to take the input image? Okay. So in order to read the image, we have a command as a im read. Okay. So first, we can save the image in a particular folder, and we can provide a name. So here we can provide a name as a nature. Okay, and the image which is in the format of jpg, so we can provide the extension as .jpg. Okay, so to display the image, we have to use the command as a im show. Okay, so first we can take the image and we can store that particular image into the variable x. Okay, and in order to display the image, we have to use the command as a im show, and after that we can provide the title as a original image. Okay, so can you understand these two lines of a program? So first we can take the input image and we can display the input image. Okay, so up to this clear? Hello. Okay, so first we can simulate the input image and how we can read it and how we can show it. Okay, so observe the input image. So we can provide the image name as a original image. Okay, so have you observed the image? Yes. Hello. Okay, so first we can take a one random image. Okay, so we can store a image in a folder and we can provide the extension as a image as a .jpg. So the image is in the format of jpg, so that's why we can put a extension as a .jpg. Okay, so now the next step. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so after taking the input image, so the input image which is in the format of RGB. So we cannot deal with the directly RGB image. Why? So because the RGB image consists of number of colors. So it is a 24-bit image and it consists of nearly 16 million colors. Okay, so that's why we can first convert the RGB image into the gray image. Okay, so how to convert the RGB image into the gray image? So what is the command to convert the RGB image into the gray image? कोणती कमांड आहे का लक्षात? Yes, anyone? Yes, how we can convert the RGB image into the gray image? Okay, so in order to convert the RGB image into the gray image, we can use the command as a RGB to gray. Okay, so here we can use the command as RGB to gray. So by using this command, we can convert the RGB image into the gray image. Okay, so what is the need of conversion? Because the RGB image is of a 24-bit. So if we deal with a RGB image, so it consists of nearby 16 million colors. So there is a wide change in a intensity. Okay, so to apply the various operators, we cannot use directly the RGB image. So for that, we can convert the RGB image into the gray image. Okay, so once we convert the RGB image into the gray image, again we have to store into the another variable. So here we can use the variable as a variable. Okay, so we can store the image into the a variable. Okay, so now we have to display the RGB image also. So in order to display the image, again we can use the command as a im show. Okay, but now here we have to display the input image as well as gray image. Okay, so we have to display these two image on a single plot. Okay, so for that we can use the we can use here subplot. Okay, so have you know the function of subplot? What is the need of subplot? Okay, so by using a subplot command, we can display the various images on a single window. Okay, so now we'll run the program up to the RGB image. Okay, okay, so now everyone uh, focus on the screen. So here we can take an input image and that input image we can convert into the gray image. Okay, so by using a subplot command, we can display these two images on a single window. Okay, so have you understood up to this? Yes, have you understood? Hello? Yes, have you understood the program? Okay, so up to this only we can take the input image and we can convert the input image into the gray image. Okay, so after this we have to apply the various operators. Okay, so now we'll move towards the next program. Okay, so now we have to use the operator. Okay, so for the age detection we can use the three types of operators, that are private, okay, then Sobel, and then Canny age detection technique. Okay, so how to use the operator? So everyone focus on your screen. So first look at the program for private operator. So once we define, yeah, once we represent the private operator, so similar to private operator we can use the Sobel operator and Canny operator. So how to use or how to define the private operator? Okay, so in order to use the private operator, okay, so everyone see the first line. So here we can use the variable as a b variable. Okay, so b is equal to age. Okay, so we have to detect the age, so that's why we can mention the word as a age. Okay, so previously we can store the gray image into the variable a. So in bracket we can write as a a. Okay, so on image a we can apply the private operator. So that's why we can use the name of operator as a private. So prewit. Okay, so by using this command we can use the private operator and we can store whatever the image into the variable b. Okay, so again we have to show the image b after applying the private operator. So in order to show the image we can use the command as a im show. Okay, so again we have to show the image on a same window. So for that we can use the command as a subplot. Okay, so here we can use the command as a subplot 2 comma 3 comma 3. Okay, so what is the meaning of this particular command? So in that this particular command, so what is the meaning of 2? So 2 means number of rows, then 3 means number of columns, and next 3 means it's a particular position. Okay, so at third position we can represent the private operator image, and we can provide a title as a private image. Okay, so have you understood the code how to use the private operator? Okay, so it is a only one line code. Okay, so how to use a private operator? So b is equal to age in a bracket a comma private. Okay, have you understood? Yes, yes or no? Okay, so now everyone again listen carefully. So in order to use the any operator, so we have to use the three operators: private, Sobel, and Canny. So how to use the operators? So in order to use this operator, we have to use the command as a first. We can use any variable. So in that variable we can store the private operator image. So the variable b is equal to age a comma private, and after that we can use a subplot and we can show it. Okay, so have you understood how to represent the private operator? Yes. Yes, have you understood it? How to use a private operator? Yes, roll number 33. Bhushan Basute. Bhushan is there. Yes, have you understood it? Okay. So similar to this, okay, can anyone tell then how to use the Sobel operator? What is the change in this particular code? Okay. So now anyone tell how we can use the Sobel operator? कसं यूज करणार? How to represent the Sobel operator? कोण सांगू शकताय? So similar to private, how we can use the Sobel operator? What is the change in code? Yes, anyone? Yes, roll number 32, Susan Allar. Yes, Sushant is there. Roll number 43, Rushikesh More. Hello. इमरान शेख. इमरान शेख आहे का? Okay. So listen carefully. So again, in order to use the Sobel operator, so similar to this private operator, what are the various? Now to use the Sobel operator, we can use another variable. So instead of B, we can use a variable as a C variable. And next will be the same. So age in bracket A comma Sobel. Okay. After that, we can use a subplot, and in order to display the image, we can use a command as a im show. Okay. So now we'll run this particular code. Okay. So here we can mention the three operators: private operator, Sobel operator, and a canny operator. Okay. So everyone observe the output of private image, the private operator, Sobel operator, and a canny operator. So have you observed the outputs of these three operators? Yes. Okay. So first, we can take the input image, which is in the format of RGB. Okay. So the RGB image can be converted into the gray image. So by using RGB to gray command, on a gray image, we can apply the various operators. Okay. So have you observed the pivot, Sobel, and a canny edge detection? So everyone observe the change in a image. Okay, so these three operators can detect the age of a particular input image. Okay, so here we can take the image of a nature, so it consists of a mountain, so it can detect the age of a mountain. So can anyone tell what is the difference between Previd, Sobel and a canny image? Have you observed the change in these three images, in these three operators? Yes. Okay, so if we observe, so now you can observe the output of Previd operator, Sobel operator, and a canny operator. And now tell me which operator can detect the age accurately. Yes. Observe the output of these three operators. सांगता येते? Okay, so observe the output of Previd image, Sobel image, and a canny image. And tell me which operator can detect the age more accurately. So observe the all five images and tell me which operator can detect age more accurately. सांगता येते? Yes, can anyone? Omkar Kadam, roll number 40. Omkar is there?
Yes, sir.
कुठं होता एवढा दिवस?
सर थोडं नेटवर्क इश्यू होता ते सरांशी बोललेलो अक्षय सरांशी.
Okay, so now observe the output of these three operators and now tell me which operator can detect age more accurately. So have you observed the difference between these three images? का तीन images same आहेत? Yes, all the operators, output of operators are same, or is there any change in output? Amit Dhanur is there? Okay, very good. So the canny operator can detect the age more accurately. Okay, so if we observe the output of Previd operator, Sobel operator, and a canny operator. So by using a canny age detection, we can detect the age more accurately. Okay, so for age detection, most of the time we can use the canny age detection technique. Okay, so it might be a question for in MCQ also. Okay, so the always remember it, the canny age detection or the canny operator can detect the age more accurately. Okay, so have you understood it? Yes or no? Okay. Okay, so by using this simple code, we can use the different operators and we can observe the output of each operator, and at last we can compare the output of Previd operator, Sobel operator, and a canny operator. Okay, so for age detection techniques, we can use the canny age detection or the canny operator. Okay, so have you understood it? Roll number 27, Smita, have you understood it? Roll number 44, Vikram More. Yes, have you understood it? Okay, so it is a simple program, it is a simple code for a age detection technique. So for age detection, we can use the three types of operators: pre-bit operator, Sobel operator, and a canny operator. Okay, so okay, now and the next important thing is that so for our whatever the various practicals, so we have a total 8 practicals. So on each practical, we have to write a one-page write-up. Okay, uh, so what we have to mention in a one-page write-up? So first is a aim, then simulation software, then the code of a program, and if possible, you can run the code in a MATLAB, and we can attach the output of a particular code. Okay, so on each experiment, we have to write a one-page write-up. So the aim, simulation software, then program, and the simulated output. So if possible, you can simulate the code of each experiment. So I'll send the manual and the code of all 8 experiments. Okay, so based on that, we have to write a one-page write-up. Okay, so it is clear. Yes, it is clear. So on every experiment, we have to write a one-page write-up. Okay. Okay. So today we'll stop here. In next lecture, we can start with our theoretical part. Okay. So now you can put your attendance. If you have any doubt, uh, we can discuss here. Yes. Don't put attendance. Yes. Stop. Start with roll one. Put. Okay. If you put your number, then you can let now.